Yo, this is one of those moments where the music world just feels heavy. Today, we're talking about someone who didn't just make music, he changed music forever. I'm talking about Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, the Prince of Darkness himself has passed away, and fans all around the world are heartbroken. Now, if you don't know who Ozzy Osbourne is, let me break it down for you real quick. This guy was not your average singer. He wasn't trying to sound clean or perfect. He was wild. He was loud. And he made rock music that had people jumping out of their seats. He was the lead singer of a band called Black Sabbath, and they literally helped create something called heavy metal. That's a kind of music that's got loud guitars, deep drums, and singers who scream their hearts out, in a good way. Ozzy started out with Black Sabbath all the way back in the 1960s. We're talking about more than 50 years ago. This dude has been rocking stages since your grandparents were kids. One of their biggest songs is called Iron Man. And no, it's not about the superhero, but it's just as powerful. When that guitar riff hits, you feel it. It's the kind of music that makes you want to nod your head like you're in the front row of a concert. But Ozzy wasn't just known for the music. He had a wild personality. He did crazy things on stage. People used to talk about the stuff he'd do at concerts like it was out of a movie. He also had a big, loud voice that made every song feel like it was coming from the deepest part of his soul. After leaving Black Sabbath, Ozzy went solo. And guess what? He didn't slow down at all. He dropped hit after hit, like Crazy Train, which is probably his most famous solo song. You've probably heard it in a movie or a commercial, even if you didn't know it was Ozzy singing. That song still goes hard today. But what really made Ozzy special wasn't just his music. It was how real he was. He never pretended to be someone he wasn't. He had ups, he had downs, but he kept going. And that's why so many people looked up to him. He was kind of like rock music's grandpa. A little spooky, a little funny, but full of stories, wisdom, and that fire that never burned out. So now, in 2025, hearing that Ozzy has passed away, man, it's tough. He was 76 years old, and for someone who lived that wild of a life, to make it that long is honestly impressive. His family said he passed peacefully, and that's something we can all be thankful for. After everything he gave to the world, the music, the performances, the memories, he earned that peace. Right after the news broke, people from all over the music world started sharing their love for Ozzy. Travis Barker, the drummer from Blink 182, he posted a message saying how much Ozzy inspired him. Marilyn Manson, another rock star who was heavily influenced by Ozzy, also shared how heartbroken he was. It wasn't just fans who felt this loss. It was musicians, people who worked with Ozzy, people who grew up listening to him, even people who maybe only met him once. He left a mark. Black Sabbath, the band that started it all, also made a powerful post. They said goodbye to their brother. That's what they called him. Brother. And that hits hard, because for them, it wasn't just about the music. It was about all those years together, the tours, the laughs, the madness, the history. Saying goodbye to Ozzy is like saying goodbye to a whole part of rock and roll. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, okay, but why does this matter to me? I get it. Maybe you're not a big rock fan. Maybe you never listened to Black Sabbath or Ozzy. But here's the thing. A lot of the music you do love today was shaped by people like him. Ozzy kicked down doors. He made it okay to be weird. He made it okay to scream and feel and just let loose. He inspired generations of artists, not just in rock, but in pop, hip-hop, even fashion. That crazy, gothic, I do what I want style, Ozzy helped invent that. He even had a reality show with his family. You might have heard of The Osbournes. It was one of the first shows to follow a celebrity family around, and yeah, it was hilarious. He'd be yelling for his wife Sharon while their dogs were going wild in the background. That show was everywhere in the early 2000s, and people loved it because it was raw, funny, and super real, just like Ozzy. So what happens now? Well, fans are already planning tributes. Rock stations are playing his songs all day. Some artists are talking about doing concerts in his memory. People are lighting candles, sharing their favorite lyrics, and just saying thank you. Thank you to the man who gave them music that made them feel seen, music that helped them through hard times, music that helped them find their voice. Ozzy Osbourne wasn't perfect, but nobody is. What made him special was that he gave everything he had, his voice, his heart, his energy, to the fans. And the fans gave it right back. That connection, that bond, it's something you can't fake. So yeah, today the world feels a little darker, a little quieter. But if you turn on one of his songs, if you let that guitar riff blast through your speakers, you'll realize he's still here. In the music, in the energy, in the crazy train that keeps moving, even after the conductor's gone. Rest easy, Ozzy. Thanks for the noise. Thanks for the chaos. Thanks for the music.